A mother in Sitka, Alaska, looked at her toddler son, but the words he spoke were not his own. They belonged to her dead father. The child, William George Jr., was born on May 5, 1950, just 6 months after his own grandfather had died. From the moment he could talk, around the age of 2, he made statements that shook his family. He looked at his mother and asked with unnerving clarity, "Don't you know me? I'm your father." This was not a child's fantasy. This was the beginning of a case that would become one of the most compelling records of reincarnation ever documented. His grandfather, William George Sr., was a respected Tlingit fisherman born in 1898. The Tlingit are an indigenous people of North America's Pacific Northwest coast, and their culture holds a deep central belief in reincarnation. William Sr. lived his life on the water, but on October 26, 1949, his fishing boat capsized in Sitka Sound, and he drowned. When his grandson was born, the family's belief in rebirth was put to an astonishing test. William Jr. not only spoke of a life he never lived, he carried the physical proof on his own body. The boy was born with 5 distinct physical signs that mirrored the life and injuries of his grandfather. He had a prominent, discolored patch of skin on his left shoulder, in the exact same spot where William Sr. had a significant scar. He had a large, dark area of skin on his lower back and left hip, corresponding precisely to the location of severe bruising found on his grandfather's body after it was battered in the water. A small mark near the bridge of his nose matched another of his grandfather's scars. Even more striking, William Jr. was born with a drooping right eyelid, a condition known as congenital ptosis, which matched the drooping eyelid his grandfather had developed later in life. He was also born with a heart defect that required surgery, and his grandfather had also suffered from a heart ailment. His memories were just as precise as his birthmarks. When he saw his maternal aunt for the first time, the young boy did not see a stranger. He looked at her and calmly stated, "That's my other daughter." He consistently referred to his own mother as his daughter. When she tried to give away some of her deceased father's things, the toddler protested with a sense of ownership. He claimed specific items, including a gold watch, as his own. He spoke of a new boat engine that William Sr. had purchased just before he died, a fact the family knew was true. In a chillingly accurate memory, he told his mother that she had been the one to cut him out of the boat's net after the accident, a traumatic detail she confirmed was true from the day she recovered her father's body. The boy's personality was also a reflection of the man he claimed to be. Family members described him as having the same unusually serious and purposeful demeanor as his grandfather, and he naturally assumed a leadership role in the family, as if he truly were the patriarch returned. Within the Tlingit community, his claims were not met with fear or disbelief. They were met with acceptance. The birthmarks were seen as conclusive proof that William George Sr. had been reborn. His own daughter began to treat her son with the respect she would have shown her father, creating a unique and profound family dynamic. The case was thoroughly investigated. Dr. Ian Stevenson, a pioneering researcher in reincarnation studies, first visited Sitka in 1962 and began documenting the case. He conducted extensive interviews with the family, including William Jr.'s mother and his grandfather's widow. Later, Dr. James G. Matlock continued the research, further verifying the claims. Every statement the boy made was corroborated by multiple family members who had known his grandfather personally. They confirmed the scars, the possessions, and the details of his life and tragic death. The primary mystery that remains is not whether the events happened, but how a grandfather's specific scars, injuries, and ailments could manifest as birth defects on the body of his grandson. A clear timeline connects the two lives. William George, Sr., was born in 1898 and died in 1949. Just over 6 months later, on May 5, 1950, William George Jr. was born. By 1952, he was speaking about his past life. A decade later, formal investigation began, cementing his story in the annals of paranormal research. William George, Jr. lived until March 29, 1993, leaving behind one of the most evidentially strong reincarnation cases on record.